the rookie versus the rookie. That's what I was thinking during the game. Because Keith Andrews, in his 6th game ever as a manager, ever, guys. I'm talking, this is his managerial debut season. He just schooled. He schooled Ruben Amorim on how to play football. And you know what? It's not even that difficult. It's actually not that difficult. Now, we can just, while ourselves up trying to dissect and talk about what the hell is happening with this team. But I think the writing is on the wall. I really think the writing is on the wall because there is so much I can question about the manager, but also the players, the average rookie mistakes. This is why I'm labeling this video The Rookie, because it's not Brentford and it's not Keith Andrews. It's Manchester United and the manager in the dugout and the players on the pitch. 3-1, 2-0 actually in the first 20 or so minutes. Bruno Fernandes, captain, missing a pen, which we're going to talk about that. But I actually want to talk about one thing that just sits on my mind every single game. Every single game. Why does Ruben Amorim take off a centre-back every single game? Why does Ruben Amorim start with different centre-back pairings or trios every game? In 49 games under Ruben Amorim, he has changed his centre-back trio at least once in the game, i.e. substitutions in game after 50, 60 or so minutes. 42 games. Of course we're going to concede goals. Of course we're going to concede goals because these damn players don't know how to play together. The only time they probably play together consistently is in training. I think we are the only team in the Premier League, hell, even in world football, that do not have a consistent back line. And how can you build any stability? How can you build any stability with an inconsistent backline? Now, coming into the game today, I was confused. De Ligt and Maguire, to me, they're two peas in a pod. They are similar players. I don't know why Ruben Amorim opted to play Maguire at central centre-back. And that first goal that Manchester United concede, it's a phenomenal finish from Thiago. But it's a rookie mistake. Guys, rookie is going to be the buzzword of this video because it's a rookie mistake from a veteran player like Harry Maguire who steps up. But he misreads the kind of float of the ball that's coming over. And when he steps up, he kind of jolts his body forward, but his legs are behind him. I've never seen a player try and play someone offside, but their legs are behind you. How does that even work? How is your legs behind you? That is a very uncomfortable position to be in. But his body jolted forward and his legs were behind him, and that kept Thiago on. The second goal, and this is why I say Keith Andrews has outcoached Ruben Amorim today, because consistently Brentford were targeting long balls over Manchester United's backline. Number one. Number two, they were playing with their free man in the middle in Damsgaard and Yarmulke and Henderson. And I mean, it's 2025. We're nearly in 2026, and we made Jordan Henderson the best player on the pitch in the first half. Jordan bloody Henderson. We made him the best player on the pitch in the first half. But that's what they were doing. They were overloading that middle, playing through that middle. And if they weren't playing through that middle, they were playing the balls over the top. And that second goal that we actually concede is a ball over the top. And you know what shocked me the most? It's a 2v4 situation. How do you have double the players that Brentford have in that build-up and you still concede? That's a next level of rookie. That's a next level of rookie behaviour from Manchester United, because it shows how bad Manchester United are, but it also shows, I think, how good Brentford are on capitalising on those moments. Because a 2v4 situation where Brentford have two players and United have four, there's no way it should lead to a goal. Not at all. And De Ligt gets kind of misdone. Harry Maguire just poor at reading the game again. Rookie mistakes. And they go 2-0 up. Now, shout out to Benjamin Sesko, who got his goal. But I think once his goal came for Manchester United, Man United did nothing. I mean, Man United, we really did nothing throughout the game. I mean, Cunha was taking shots from outside of the goal, and Bumo wasn't really the return home that maybe we anticipated that it would be for him. But once Sesko scored, I thought 2-1. Usually you would think, okay, sit forward like you're playing PlayStation. You sit forward because you're locked in. That wasn't the case. There was no locking in. It was locking out. If you want to say anything, we locked out. We didn't lock in. And I'm happy for Sesko to get that goal, because that goal shows something that United need. And in that goal, he had two chances before the third chance to score. Persistence. We don't have persistence in the team. And that just shows me what Manchester United lack. It's crazy to say that Sesko's goal sums up Manchester United in a nutshell for me. He persisted to get that goal, to force that error from Kelleher, keep forcing a save and be persistent. Man United don't have persistence. We don't have consistency. We don't have fight. We don't have intensity. We don't have aggression. We don't have ability. I'm seeing players making rookie mistakes consistently. And that's why I say sometimes it's a question to the manager of how he sets the team up, etc., etc. But also it's a question of the players. Why do you play the way that you do? Why do you mispass passes the way that you do? Why do you misread moments the way that you do? Bruno Fernandes, for me, I'll be so honest, and you lot know I like Bruno. In this midfield setup, in this centre mid role, it's not it. It's really not it. And when he got booked, I thought, when I saw Kobe Mainoo coming on, I thought, okay, United need a bit of control in the middle. I thought, okay, Bruno's going to come off because he's on a yellow. You're going to go 25, 30 minutes with him on a yellow. His head was not in the game. A lot of players' heads weren't in the game. Hell, my head wasn't even in the game. I gave up at some point. But I'm sitting at home watching it on my sofa, so I can do that. But Bruno Fernandes with that penalty, I mean, I knew from when the moment it was prolonged, I knew Bruno was going to miss. Because I realised from that Fulham game that Bruno doesn't do well in those prolonged situations that might mess up his vibe and the ambience for him. He don't do well. But I didn't know that teams are allowed to make substitutions, triple substitutions, after a whole VAR stoppage. So you've already stopped for like 4 minutes of VAR, and then you stop for a triple change. I would have thought they'd go for the changes after the penalty. But also with that, when he stepped up, you know what I said to myself while I was watching the game? I'm saying to the TV, I'm saying, please don't go low right. Because one thing I know about Bruno when I watch his penalties is he goes low left, low right. He never really slams it top corners, and maybe slams it through the middle if he does. But he goes for those low placed shots. And I just thought, don't go low right, because Kelleher is good at saving penalties. And that's exactly what happened. And I mean, the third goal, I mean, Altay Bayindir, he gets caught in a mishap. He gets caught in a mishap where he's moved to the left, and that way he can't recover quick enough. It's a belter of a goal, absolute belter of a goal. But I think he should be in a better position for that. And I mean, Man United just caught in transition. And today, that's what I'm saying, the rookie. Keith Andrews, 6 games into the Premier League season, 6 games into his managerial campaign. And before the season started, he was reduced to a set-piece coach. People were saying, oh, how can you go from Thomas Frank to a set-piece coach? Set-piece coaches tend to be, I think, one of the well-drilled coaches because of how technical set pieces can be. And if you can exploit teams from set pieces, then you can do anything. And today, I was scared from throw-ons. I was scared from corners. I mean, I'm always scared from corners, but I was also scared from the throw-ons of Brentford. And that's why I have to give credit to Keith Andrews, but also I think that it shows you the bigger picture at large, is that there's no manager that can come to Old Trafford or, you know, can welcome Man United to their stadium. And there's no manager that can't out-tactic Ruben Amorim. It's probably easier for me to count the managers that Ruben Amorim can out-tactic rather than the managers that can't do it. Do you get it? Like, it's probably easier for me to count the managers since he's been at Manchester United who he can get one up on tactically, because there hasn't been many. There really hasn't been any. And today, I watched the team across 98 minutes, and I just thought, wow, for a team that are worth millions and millions and millions, we suck. We actually suck. Like, I don't think it's going to get any better, guys. I genuinely don't think so. I don't think it will get better under Ruben Amorim. I think today we saw Graham Potter get sacked before the lunchtime kickoff. And I would be surprised if the third manager that gets sacked in the Prem isn't Ruben Amorim. I'm being dead honest with you guys now, because I just don't think it gets better. I don't think there's anything that I've seen consistently, regularly. I think even the style of football is not exhilarating enough. No one's asking you to play champagne football, or no one's asking you to play, you know, Barcelona 08, 09, 2010 football. No one's asking for that. No one is asking for that. But even in games that you should be the better team on paper, I have not seen Man United be the better team. I have not seen that. And for me, that's when I start to question that. I start to question why every player looks so bad. There's not one player today for me that looked good. There's not one player that looked good. And that's been the common theme across consistent games. So that is my kind of takeaway from today. I'm not mad. I'm just like the Rookie, innit? I really like the TV show, The Rookie, by the way. I really enjoyed that show. But when I was watching the game today, I was like, The Rookie. That's all I kept saying to myself. I'm sitting in the corner of the room and I'm just rocking back and forth and I'm just saying, The Rookie, The Rookie, The Rookie. But take from this what you wish, guys. Don't dwell on it. Well, do dwell on it. I hate 12:30 kickoffs because I spend the rest of Saturday and Sunday just being pissed off. But I'm going to also enjoy other football and I'm going to enjoy my weekend, because if I let Man United decide my emotions every week, I will be sad every single week. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. And I hope to catch you lot soon. I'm out, guys. Peace.